Good morning, student. Today in this class we are going to study about the sentence and its parts. Now let's see what is sentence. A sentence is a group of words that makes complete sense by itself. Now let's see example. These books. I love to read these books. In both sentences, more than one word is joined together to convey some meaning. The first group of words conveys some meaning, but it is not complete in itself. The second group of words conveys a particular meaning and it is complete in itself. It is called a sentence. In first example, these books, it is not a sentence because it doesn't have complete sense. It is a part of a sentence. So, the sentence has different types of parts. For example, before the last over, bowled out, all the players were. These all are group of words, but it doesn't have complete sense. Now, let us read. All the players were bowled out before the last over. Now this sentence has complete sense. So we can say it is a sentence. In second part, ended before the scheduled time the match. Now this is also a group of word, but it doesn't have complete sense. But now the match ended before the scheduled time. So it is sentence because it has complete sense. Like that, when we played, blew a strong wind. A strong wind blew when we played. So in first part, it doesn't have meaning, so it is not sentence. But when we have arranged the words, then it has complete sense. So that is sentence. Now let us take few examples to understand. Because of her good behavior. This is without verb. We don't have verb here. Because she is so well behaved. It is with verb. What is verb in this sentence? Is. Soldiers in a parade. It is without a verb. When the soldiers march in a parade. So, here we have got verb. Verb is march. So, the parts without verb are called phrases. The parts with verb are called clauses. Now, let us see difference between phrases and clauses. A group of words that does not make complete sense by itself is known as a phrase. For example, some people in India, bunch of roses. Clauses. A clause is a group of words with a subject and a predicate. It is usually a part of a sentence. For example, the sky looks blue in the morning. In this sentence, the group of words, the sky looks blue has a subject, the sky, and a predicate looks blue. So it is a clause. A clause must have a verb in it. Clauses may or may not make complete sense. Phrases are a small group of words that add meaning to a sentence. A phrase is a part of a sentence, not a complete sentence, because it is not a complete structure with a verb, a subject and a predicate. A phrase cannot exist independently as it does not have a main verb. A phrase may occur before and or after the main verb in a sentence. For example, the soldiers of our country, after a long walk, etc. Clauses. Like a phrase, a clause is also a part of a sentence. The tourists were scared. This is clause 1. Since the time they saw the lion. It is clause 2. Like a phrase, a clause is also a group of words. Since the time they saw the lions. Unlike a phrase, each clause contains one main verb. For example, the tourists were scared. This is first clause. Since the time they saw the lions. This is second clause. Unlike a phrase, a clause can be a sentence. The tourists were scared. Clause may be independent or dependent. An independent clause is a complete sentence, while a dependent clause is not. For example, the tourists were scared since the time they saw the lions. Here we have two types of clauses. First clause, the tourists were scared. This is independent clause. It doesn't depend on other. But second clause, since the time they saw the lions, this part of the sentence is totally depend on the first part of the sentence to give complete sense. Now let us see what is independent clause. An independent clause has the complete sentence structure. It can stand by itself and can end with a full stop. For example, the tourists were scared. A group of words with a main verb. Independent structure. Independent means a complete sentence. A dependent clause does not have the complete sentence structure. Its meaning is also dependent on the main independent clause. We do not use a full stop after a dependent clause. For example, since the time they saw the lions, a group of words with a main verb, not a complete sentence, does not have independent meaning. Now let us take few sentences to understand the difference between phrases and clauses. Sinha talks very softly. Sinha is subject, talks very softly. It is predicate. Those beautiful sunflowers. Now see in this sentence, we don't have any verb here. It is a group of word without verb. Suman dances very well. In this group of words, we have got main verb dances. So it is a clause. Paper packages. In this group of words, we have not got any main verb. So it is phrase. These are a few of my favorite things. In this sentence, we have got are as a main verb. So it is clause. On the table. In this group of words, we don't have any main verb. So it is phrase. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. In this sentence, we have got main verb set. So it is clause. So we can say the parts without verb are called phrases. The parts with verbs are called clauses. Now see page number 116. It is given, identify the clauses dependent or independent. In the expressions below, underline the verb, use a capital letter to start each independent clause and end it with a full stop. Now let us see. In A number it is given, the climbers prepare hard. The T will be capital here. So the climber prepare is our verb and it has complete sense. In this sentence we can get the complete sense. So it is independent clause. And after hard you have to put full stop. Climbing a steep mountain takes months. Now here also we have got takes as a main verb and climbing. Climbing C will be in capital. And it has also complete sense without taking help of other sentence. So it is also independent clause. Because they are determined. Now are is our main verb here, but it has started with because. So this sentence has started with because, and we know very well any sentence we cannot start with because. Definitely this sentence needs other words to give complete sense. So it is dependent clause. They will not stop at any hurdle. In this sentence, T will be in capital and we have here complete sense. It doesn't need any other sentence or any other word to give complete sense. So it is independent sentence. At the end of the sentence, we have to put here full stop. Until they become successful. Now this is also group of word, but it doesn't give complete sense because it needs other sentence or other word to give complete sense. This is dependent clause. They work hard during the day. In this sentence we have complete sense. It doesn't need another word or another sentence to give complete sense. So it is independent clause. In this sentence, T will be in capital. At the end of the sentence, you have to put here full stop. What they enjoy the most in the evening. In this sentence, we have a group of words. We have here verb, but it doesn't give complete sense because it needs any other word or other sentence to give complete sense. It depends on the other sentence. So it is dependent clause. When the moon rises above the mountains. In this sentence also we have group of words, we have verb, but it doesn't give complete sense. To give complete sense, it wants any other sentence or any other group of words. So it is dependent clause because it depends on the other sentence to give complete sense. The whole valley gets washed in the moonlight. In this sentence, we have group of words and we have main verb also, and it has complete sense. It doesn't need other sentence to give complete sense. So it is independent sentence. So the first letter of this sentence, that means T will be in capital, and at the end of the sentence you have to put here full stop. A sentence contains at least one independent clause. It may also contain more than one clause. There are 4 sentence structures: simple sentence, complex sentence, compound sentence, and compound complex sentence. In this class, we have to read only 3 structures: simple sentence, complex sentence, and compound sentence. Simple sentence means only one independent clause. Its formula is subject plus one finite verb plus object or complement. For example, she is watching television. I love my parents. A simple sentence may be a unique of the other style of sentence containing more than one verb, but the finite among them will be always one. That is, one simple sentence contains only one clause with one finite verb. Complex sentence. In this type of sentence, we have one independent clause plus one dependent clause. For example, I like this computer which my parents bought for me. I like this computer is our independent sentence, but which my parents bought for me is dependent clause. When I visited him yesterday, he was in a hurry to go out. He was in hurry to go out is independent clause. But when I visited him yesterday, it is dependent clause. It depends on the other sentence to give complete sense. Compound sentence. I love my parents and they love me too. In this type of sentence, we get two independent clauses. For example, Rahim joined early but he failed in the contest. In this sentence, we have got two finite verbs, joined and failed. It is not simple sentence. In other words, the first verb joined has the subject Rahim of its own and the second verb failed has the subject he. Hence, the sentence is not a simple one. The conjunction to separate the two clauses, Ram joined early and he failed in contest. So here we have got two independent clause. So it is compound sentence. So always remember, student, in simple sentence we will get one independent clause. Complex sentence we will get one independent and one dependent clause. And compound sentence we will get two independent clauses. One independent clause means simple sentence. One independent and one dependent clauses means complex sentence. Two independent clauses means compound sentence.